Hey guys, welcome back. Let's look at another diecast car from AO Racing. We have reviewed the Porsche 911 Skeleton Rexy before, and today we have another Halloween themed car, but it's from different class. This is from LMP2. LMP2 can be exist either in Le Mans or IMSA. And here, this is the 2025 IMSA. And the name is Bike Skeleton. So I ordered this directly from AO Racing, and I believe this might be some exclusive version. And this is made by Spark. Previously it's called Sparky for their 64 scale. Now they're all called Spark. So usually Spark comes with the blue color package, and this one looks a little different. So I assume this is exclusive. It has the Halloween themed packaging and has a little special card in the back. Here's the AO Racing sign, and this is a little, the little skeleton dinosaur in the back. Obviously, this is officially licensed because, I ordered directly from AO Racing, so they're licensed. And it comes with the classic Spark packaging. This is the acrylic box. This one is super duper loose here. It comes with a tape. I already removed the tape, but it's just super loose here. And it comes with the classic Sparky, this like a quick release mechanism here. You just twist it open and that will release the car. And I like this thing so much. This is so genius. I hope everybody apply this locking system. Here's the description of this Oreca LMP2. So nowadays LMP2 classes are all Orecas, right? Oreca has been this is Oreca 07, and this car has been dominating the LMP2 class for so many years. They start competing in 2017, something like that. Yeah, I think it's 2017. At that time, there are quite a few competitors racing in the LMP2, but starting from 2020, Oreca 07 just dominating the LMP2 class, and nowadays you can only see Oreca 07 now. So it's easier for the diecast collector these days, because if you want all the models in LMP2, this is it. You only need to get this Oreca 07. So, okay, here we go. Oreca 07. Actually, this company is pretty genius. They're not only making the LMP2 class car, but also provide the same chassis to LMP1, or you can say hypercars in the IMSA world. Actually, the Acura hypercar is sharing the same chassis with Oreca 07. You can tell there's definitely some similarities between these two, right? Especially at the front blade, or splitter here. You can see how the splitter bends in the middle. It's very, very similar. So yeah, LMP2 is pretty powerful. They have to BOP this thing to make it runs, less faster than the hypercars, or this is gonna make hypercars look so bad, right? If you have the second class winning, way faster than the first class, right? Move this aside. Let's look at this car right here. So it's very contrast color, two-tone color, black and white. You can see the bones, skeletons, styles everywhere. So I actually found something that, room for improvements, I guess. In the LMP2 cars, or actually on the all the hypercars, there should be cameras on top, but I don't see that piece here. It should be right above this air intake here. And also, the other thing I found out that I don't see the driver's name written on top Usually you will be able to see those 3 drivers' name. I mean, depends on the length of the race. I mean, driver's name should be on top of here, but I don't see that. But other than that, it's very standard Sparky or Spark quality. The whole thing is wrapped with a big decal, I can say. A big decal, one single decal wrapping around the car as opposed to the paint. This one from Mini GT, you can tell that this thing is painted, right? And this guy, I can just feel that, the rubber feeling, because this whole thing is just a decal. I think all the 64 scale diecast I bought from Sparky are all like that. And let's look at the build quality or the details. The details of this car, I'm actually pretty impressive by the amount of details on this car. Let's just start from the front, right? And there's 2 headlights. That's how I distinguish the LMP2 and the LMP1, because for LMP2, you will always find this huge headlights at front, like a square looking headlights, kind of cute looking, right? And these headlights are made of acrylics, and you can even see those small light bulbs inside of that. So the depth of the kind of headlights chamber looks pretty good. You will not find some like a front grille like the other like straight cars or GT3 cars, because these hypercars are all about the aerodynamics, right? Because they want the highest speed in the race, so you will not be finding those big front grille at front, so the airs will float right through the top or under. Here is the canards, kind of huge. They look just very different than the GT3 cars, obviously. And the front splitter, I think you can see those carbon fiber patterns, very light faded color here, but it does have the carbon fiber patterns here. And you can even find, I'm trying to look at the like a panel locks or those, I see those like emergency plugs here. That's good. And I don't see those panel lock stuff, but you can see those some rivets here or some screws for the panels. I mean, obviously this 2 big nostrils, IMSA sign and Oreca sign. On the side, there are some beautiful things I want to talk about, actually. So if you look at this car, first look, you will be confused with the exhaust pipes. So where are those exhaust pipes, right? That's not exhaust pipe. The one in the middle, that's the, I think that might be the lights. And if you do see in the back, they're just on the side. So it's kind of hard to find. Do you see this little hole right here? That is the car's exhaust pipe. One on the left and one on the right. Yeah, on 2 sides. So we have a problem here, right? So if your exhaust pipe here, that what brings out all the hot and dirty and uncontrolled air out to the back, to the wheel side, and that will disperse the aerodynamics in the back. So that's why we have a problem here. And how they solve this problem, and here's what the smart people comes in, right? So they actually designed this air intake. It's all black and white, so it's kind of hard to see. Air intake here, right here, that will pull the clean or the cool airs in, and there will be a pipe goes all the way in the back to the back wheel side, and the cold air will offset those hot airs and make the car runs more smoothly and helps with aerodynamics as well. So that's the genius part of this side. So it's interesting that they actually make the effort to replicate all these details here. So that looks good. And here we can see the number 99, and because the whole thing is just one huge decal, so the image is not very clear, right? This is a huge difference between the decals and the pad print quality. Let's see this. This is all pad printing, so look at the small letters, those fine letters. Still looks pretty sharp, but this one, it just all messed up into one blurred image here. And this one, 88, is not 88, it's the LED lights showing your current standing within your class. And here are some locks for the windows, and I'm trying to see the gas cap. Gas cap is on this side, because this is IMSA race, right? It is IMSA. I just need to confirm. Okay, IMSA race. So the pit stops on the right side. So even though they have two gas caps, one on each side, they will leave this one shut and this one open like that. You can see the differences here. And so this shut one kind of help with the aerodynamics as well. So that's the gas cap. And also there should be another air jack valve thing. Where's the... Oh, it's right here. It's right. Okay, I guess this is... There should be two. And since this is IMSA race, they will keep this on this side as well. It's right here. See this yellow or neon color circle here? I guess that reflects that this one's open, the other one's shut, but the other side just does not have any. So this is the a quick air jack thing. You see when it runs to a pit stop, and then some worker will plug a jack in here, and then quickly will lift this car up, and that's how they change the tires and stuff. What else? Let's see. Let's look at the back here. Beautiful shark fin on top is pretty thin, as well as all the blades in the back, and also the wing here has the carbon fiber patterns here as well. The carbon fiber pattern does not look closely as good as the Mini GT or Pop Race ones. The gaps are more wider, and I think the decal thing just messed everything up and does not even look clear. So here's in the back. I don't know if they actually did this, because in the real car there are some very, very small lines actually on each side of the blade here. I mean, end of the wing on this side. It looks like there are some white dots alongside, but I don't know if this is a little rough on the edge of the decal, or they're really trying to do this part. But in the real car, there should be some LED lights just on this blade here. But what we can see is this LED lights in the back. Look at this clusters of lights here. These LEDs looks good. Even has the little rivets on the corner. In the real car, these air outlets here should be hollowed, but you don't see that part in this diecast casting. So the car itself looks as good as it can get. I mean, there's really not too much competitions to compete with Spark. I don't even know what other brands can I find to find this LMP2 cars. I usually just buy these things from Spark. Can I open this? I cannot. So it looks like the bottoms are has rivets like the Hot Wheel cars, but inside there's not a lot going on. I think you cannot even see clearly. Yeah, I couldn't even see anything. I believe there are seats, steering wheels, those basic stuff, but I guess it's just not as important. Forget to talk about this windshield wiper in the middle, and they actually didn't get covered by this front banner here. A lot of times Mini GT made a mistake by overpainting this windshield wiper. It looks just unrealistic, but this one looks good. Yeah, I mean, it's a long video. I hope you guys can endure that. So yeah, do you like this car? And by the way, I paid this thing for like $35. Definitely does not worth the bucks, because usually if it were sold by Spark directly, it will be around $20 or $21. But this one is kind of AO Racing special, right? So AO Racing is selling that themselves, so they just mark this up a little bit. But it's a special livery, and I don't know why I'm paying this thing, but I guess it is what it is. So if you like this video, give me a like, and definitely subscribe. That helps a lot with a small channel like me. And yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one.